It's Thursday, the 10th of April, and today's devotional is Why Following God Brings Freedom, Not Restriction. So you must live as God's obedient children. Don't slip back into your old ways of living to satisfy your own desires. You didn't know any better then, but now you must be holy in everything you do, just as God who chose you is holy. 1 Peter chapter 1 and verses 13 to 16. I once heard someone say, obedience sounds like a burden until you realize it's the key to true freedom. At first, that doesn't seem to make much sense, does it? Isn't obedience about following the rules? Doesn't it limit us in what we do? But the truth is, obedience to God doesn't confine us. It frees us to become who we were meant to be. Peter reminds us to be holy in all we do, not as a set of rigid rules, but as a response to who God is. Paul goes even further in Romans, urging us to offer our lives as living sacrifices. This is our true and proper worship. Worship isn't just about singing and playing music on a Sunday. It's how we live every day. Take my life, and let it be consecrated, Lord, to thee. Take my moments and my days. Let them flow in ceaseless praise. But obedience isn't always easy. Sometimes God calls us to surrender things we'd rather hold on to. Maybe it's a habit. Perhaps it's an attitude. Maybe it's a plan for our future. Perhaps it's a calling that feels outside of our comfort zone. Yet every act of obedience is an act of trust. It's a way of saying, God, I believe your way is better than mine. Holiness isn't about perfection. It's about alignment. It's about aligning our hearts with God's will, aligning our choices with His truth, and aligning our lives with His purpose. And the more we obey, the more we experience the peace and joy that only He can give. Are there areas in your life where God is calling you to deeper obedience? Then don't see it as a burden. See it as worship. Father, thank you that your ways lead to life. Help me to trust and obey, knowing your plans are always for my good. Amen. Today's reflection questions for you to consider are, what area of your life is God calling you to surrender in obedience? And how can you see obedience as an act of worship rather than a duty? I hope to see you back here tomorrow for another Battle Drill Daily Devotional, as we look at finding purpose when life hurts.